Today at Urugwiro village, President Paul Kagame received former Ethiopian Prime Minister Hailemariam, who is also the patron for the African Electronic Group. Of course, Malem Salim, the group's CEO and board chair. The AeTrade Group is developing a comprehensive e-commerce platform, Sokokuu, to enhance the role of Africa's small and medium enterprises in and intra-African trade. Rwanda will host the group's continental headquarters, working closely with regional offices. Now, to tell us more, my colleague Ethan Tashobia spoke to Rwanda's Minister of ICT and Innovation, Paula Ingabire, and started by asking her the significance of having the AeTrade Group set up their continental headquarters here in Kigali, Rwanda.
Having the Africa AeTrade Group headquarters based here in Rwanda is something quite significant, not just for Rwanda, but also for the continent. What the Africa AeTrade Group has done as a group that is positioning itself to provide an Africa-wide e-commerce platform as well as advisory services to African SMEs. They have structured themselves in such a way that beyond the country programs that they will be leading in the different African countries, they've selected a number of countries to lead their regional offices so that they can better coordinate the e-commerce industry growth across the region, but also facilitate trading between countries within particular regions. And above that, then you have the headquarters, which then would have the oversight in terms of coordinating all the activities that are happening at a continent level, but also coordinating the regional offices. Rwanda, together with Egypt and Ethiopia, did put in a bid to host the continent-wide headquarter offices. And we were lucky to be selected and honored to be selected to host the continental headquarters here. And this is going to be a great milestone because it's anchored around our vision as a country to be at the forefront of ICT-led development, but at the same time capitalizing on the fact that Rwanda has the most conducive doing business environment. And we've opened up and have set up ourselves to become home to many of the headquarter organizations and really leveraging the convening power that we could be able to put in place as we encourage intra-African trade.
Okay, if you could tell us the progress so far regards the setting up of their continental headquarters in Rwanda. How far, where will they be based, and what is the size of the investment in terms of finances?
So the bid was concluded in May this year, and around June we were notified that we had been given the opportunity to host the continental headquarters of the Africa AeTrade Group. And today the management team of the Africa AeTrade Group has been in the country for the last 2 days visiting to follow up on some of the requirements to set up shop here. The plans and intentions are to have their very first staff and offices set up by the end of this year. They will start by renting out premises for the first 2 years, but the intention is to build out a facility that will host at least 7,000 staff over the next 5 years. And this facility will be based within the Kigali Innovation System, a city ecosystem that we have within the special economic zone. So part of the conversations that they've had while they're here is meeting the different SMEs, because a lot of their work and support is going to be targeted towards empowering SMEs with the different tools that they've put in place beyond the e-commerce platform. We're looking at having an integrated multi-payment gateway system. And so they've really been scanning the environment to understand the status of SMEs, the amount of digitalization that is happening and what needs to happen so that they are better positioned to tap into the support programs that Africa AeTrade Group will be putting in place. They've also been speaking with a number of organizations so that we can better link with the initiatives in place. Africa AeTrade Group is very keen to empower the youth, and so we've been working, they've engaged various youth organizations to understand what will be the best way to support, and complement the initiatives today that are there to support innovation and entrepreneurship. So this is their very first mission after Rwanda was awarded to be the headquarter offices. And they will, over the next 6 months, they're going to be focused on setting up their headquarters here, looking at the physical infrastructure that is required, both soft and hard infrastructure that will be needed to get the offices kickstarted. Did
the head of state, President Paul Kagame, give them any particular assignments from the meeting they held with him earlier today?
The conversations today with the president were focused mainly on, sharing the vision of Africa AeTrade Group. Obviously, also looking at some of the obligations that we will take on as the host country, which will include, facilitating their setting up their offices here, which will also include looking at how they can plug into the SME development efforts that we already have in place. But most importantly, focused on how do we sensitize and create awareness so that, the layman, the citizens, the SMEs mostly that are targeted can understand what Africa AeTrade Group is going to benefit them most while they're setting up here, but also be positioned to tap into that. And so the president did pledge, the country's support in making this vision a reality, but also making it a reality not just for Rwanda, but for the rest of the continent, and making sure that all the support that is needed to facilitate, to engage the Africa AeTrade Group as one of the initiatives that are going to champion and promote intra-African trade and promote the CFTA agenda.
Minister of ICT and Innovation, Paula Ingabire, many thanks for your time, Dad.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening.